Resting the body down onto the yoga mat. Let yourself settle. And give yourself these few moments to connect to the mat. So we're going to close the eyes down, settle in as soon as you're ready to. Tuck the chin down. Can we elongate the back of the neck? Come down through the shoulders. Let the weight of the shoulders drop down and surrender. Come down through the back. Notice the curvature of your back, all the way to buttocks, hips. So across the back of hips, buttocks is their balance. And then coming down your legs and into the feet. And ideally the backs of the heels in line with the front of the hips, and let the feet drop away. And just give yourself these few moments. Can we really be aware of our back body here, feeling its connection into the yoga mat? So again, let's start at the feet this time. Feet hip distance, let the feet drop out. Notice, are we balanced or are we different? What do we feel? From the backs of the heels, then breathing in and slight awareness up backs of legs to buttocks. And breathe out, softening. Or parts of those legs connecting down. And is there balance between the right leg and the left leg? So the calf muscles spreading. The backs of the knees lengthening, opening. Reconnection, is it backs of thighs or buttocks for you? Where do you notice? And again, feeling across the back of the hips and pelvis. What do we feel, balanced or different? Notice the lumbar curve that lifts away from the yoga mat. If there is any pain in the lower back, remember, bend the legs up, taking pressure off the lumbar spine. Slide up further and feel where this reconnection is at the middle back. And breathe out, softening. Then can we breathe into this middle back region? Inhale, there's opening. And exhale, there's softening. Breathing through the middle back, expanding on the inhale. Softening with exhale. As you feel that middle back region expand, expand, can you bring the breath higher up to the shoulder blades? Can we feel full expansion through the back body? Breathing out, we soften. Those breaths slower and deeper. And as you do, tuck your chin down. Can we keep the back of the neck long? And as you slow and deepen your breaths here, can you feel your entire body just surrendering a little more so into the mat? So notice if you're holding on tight or tense anywhere. Really just feeling our back body, feeling the breaths, letting the mind start to center inward to the breath. So even though it might not be long that you're up from this position, we're aware, we're consciously focused, body and breath. Present moment. And then next exhalation for you, push out through those heels, stretch up the back of the legs. Breathing in, we're pointing the toes. Breathing out, we're flexing the feet. Your timing, your breaths. Inhale's pointing. Exhale's flexing. Moving with the breath. The next time you breathe in, point your toes, drop your big toes into touch. And then as you breathe out, feet roll out. Breathe in, toes roll in, touch together. And breathe out, feet roll out. Full circles in time with the breaths. The next time your toes meet together, pause. Sip some more breath in, so feet stay together. We want to bring the breath right up into the chest. So try and scoop your belly out, tuck your chin down, and get the pressure to build through the lungs. We want the ribs to expand out as wide and as full as we can. Keep holding in or sipping in more if there's more space, like you're blowing up a balloon. Get it to expand in all directions. Sigh the breath out. Let the feet drop out, and then when you're ready, breathe in, toes roll in, opposite direction. Breathe out, feet roll out. 3 more rotations in the opposite direction. Third rotation around for you. Bring those toes all the way back into reconnect. Again, touch them together. Deeper breath all the way up through your body. Again, try and scoop the lower belly out. Try and get the pressure up into the lungs. Make sure that chin stays tucked down to stop the breath coming up into the head. Hold for as long as you can. And when you're ready to breathe out, the breath sighs out, the feet drop out and soften completely. And then a slow, steady breath in again. Breathe out, push out through the heels and stretch up through the back of your legs. Can you feel them lengthen? Then breathe in, right leg comes in, an easy hold. Use your core body to roll up, arms just holding the knee gently. Breathing in, gently lower the head down. Use the body to control the movement. And then use the arms, bring the knee to the chest, squeeze it in. And then exhale, arms and leg release. Inhale, left leg comes in, an easy, gentle hold. Use the body to roll up, not pulling yourself up using shoulders or arms. And then control the roll down by using the body. Once the head's on the mat, use the arms and bring the knee closer to the chest, squeeze it in. And then exhale, arms and leg release. Again, inhale, right leg in, a gentle hold. Use the body to roll up. Pause for a moment. And then inhale, rolling down. And then at the end, use the arms, bring the knee to the chest, squeeze it in. And then exhale, release it off. Inhale, left leg comes in, an easy hold. Roll up on your exhale, then pause once you're there. And then roll back down on the inhale. And then once the head's on the mat, use the arms, bring the knee in, squeeze it. Arms and leg release, exhale. Inhale, right leg in, reach for it. Again, rolling up, let go of the leg and stay here. Arms stretching long, forehead towards the knee as close as you can be. And then hold the leg again and lower the head back to the mat. And again, use the arms, bring the knee to the chest, keep breathing. And then kick the leg up to the ceiling, hold around the back of the leg and stretch the leg up and up as high as you're comfortable to do. Heel pushing away, leg pushing back into the hands as if it's trying to go back down onto the yoga mat. Relax the shoulders down. If you're jamming them up, bring the hands further down the leg. Chin tucks down, back of neck long. Keep breathing into this feeling. And then exhale fully. Inhale, roll up forehead to your leg. Keep breathing. And then let go of the leg and using that abdominal strength to stay here. Feeling the abdominal wall shortening. How much of your back is up off the mat? Can you get that last rib up? Keep lifting, reaching, lengthening. And then exhale, lower the head, arms and leg and let your body surrender. Can you feel that right leg drop away? And then push out through both heels, exhale fully. Inhale, left leg comes in, take an easy hold. Roll up on the exhale and again let go of the leg and stay here. Keep breathing, feeling the abdominal wall working. And then hold the leg but ease the body down using your awareness, the core body. And then once the head's on the mat, use the arms, squeeze the knee closer to the chest. Breathe into the feeling. And then kick the leg up to the ceiling, hold around the back of the leg. An easy hold wherever that is for you this morning. Again, slide the hands further down the leg if you need to. Shoulders relax down, chin down, so you're not jamming up near the neck and shoulders. Now this leg is pushing up, the heel wants to touch the ceiling, but the leg's also trying to go back down onto that yoga mat. So there's some resistance, can you breathe into it? And then exhale fully, firm the lower belly. Inhale, roll up, forehead towards the leg, and then let go and stay here. Again, 3 breaths. Keep trying to get the last rib up off the mat, shortening the abdominal wall. Last exhale for you. Feel your back as it rolls back to the mat. Lower the arms, lower the leg. Give yourself a moment. So if you feel out of balance through the hips, pelvis, body, just readjust. And again, take a moment, feeling your back body. Feel it connect onto the mat. Enjoy the moment of completely surrendering, of softening. A slow, deep breath, bring it all the way up through your body. Feel where that breath moves through your body. And then as you breathe out, flatten belly, flatten ribs, flatten chest, push the heels out, lengthen. Hold the breath out of the body for as long as you can. Can you feel the front body flatten into the back body? When you're ready to breathe in, bend your legs up, feet on the yoga mat, hip distance parallel. Turn the arms down and close beside you. So ideally from the hips up to the knees and knees down the shins to the feet, we'd like to keep them in alignment in that one line if possible. If there's tightnesses or injuries, be careful as you work through it. Notice if they fall away. So we're pressing through the feet, roll the hips up off the mat, arms up and over. Breathe in as you do and stay here in this mini back bend. So again, our feet, are they pressing evenly, inner outer edges? Front half, back half. And then up to the knees, trying to stay aligned from knees to hips, hips to shoulders, and then shoulders through to the hands. If there's sore shoulders, arms wider where you need to. Any pinching in the lower back, drop the hips a little bit. Otherwise, hold up, easy Setu Bandhasana. Breathe through the front body, all the way up to the chest. Breathe out, flatten belly, flatten ribs, flatten chest. Keep it going. Slow, steady breaths. Remember being mindful, you're not forcing the body up, so if there's any aggravation, issues in the posture, drop the hips slightly, tuck under a little bit more. And next inhale, lift the heels or toes off the mat and then roll down. Really feel your back as you connect it back to the mat. Press it down, feel like you're steamrolling it all the way down. Buttocks come down last, hands beside the buttocks. Knees come into the chest. Legs up to the ceiling, inhale, stretch the back of those legs. Wide legs, exhale, inner heels up and out, stretch wide and long. Inhale, legs up together, push the heels up, stretch. Exhale, bend, feet onto your mat, hip distance parallel. Press into the feet, roll the hips up, arms up and over, and again stay here, keep breathing. So notice how it feels for you. Second time, do you feel a little lighter, a little easier? Keep breathing. Feelings through your body as you hold up into this mini back bend. Strengthening the back body, opening your front body. So if you glance down and your lower ribs are really flaring up, pull them down into the body slightly and notice what happens through the back body by making that subtle adjustment. Next inhale, again heels or toes come up. Really feel your back, press it into the yoga mat as you roll down. As many breaths as you need, enjoy the feeling. Rolling all the way back down, bringing buttocks and hands down onto the mat. Again, once they're down, knees come into the chest. Legs go up on your inhale, flex your feet. Wide legs, exhale, press the heels wide. Inhale, legs up together, stretch them high. Exhale, bend, feet onto the mat. Again, hip distance parallel as best you can be. Press through the feet, roll up, hips and arms up and over, and again breathe into this back bend. So noticing each time, do you feel a little more open? Can we breathe a little more easily up through our body? Again, subtle adjustments, lower ribs, if they're really flaring up, bring them down. Pinching in the lower back, drop the hips more, tuck under more. Where is it for you? Foundations, any part of the body on the mat, press down into them evenly. Notice if you're rolling out on the outer edges of feet. Does it cause the knees to fall away? And then one more breath in. Heels or toes coming up. And again, really feel your back. Press it through the yoga mat like you're trying to press it, massage it, steamroll it, however that feels for you. And is there balance, right and left sides, all the way down? End of that roll down, knees to the chest, one more set. Legs up, inhale, flex your feet. Wide legs, exhale, inner heels up and out, stretch wide and long. Inhale, lift the legs up, stretch the heels, legs long. Exhale, bend, feet onto the mat, hip distance parallel. Arms up and over, and you've got 8 rounds of breath here. Hold into it where you can. So the mobility, how high, the strength, how long are those breaths? 8 rounds of breath, steady and calm. Bringing those breaths all the way up to the collarbones. The exhales consciously flatten the belly, the ribs and the upper chest. Tongue in the mouth, is it soft? Facial muscles, are they relaxed? Foundations, if you push down and push them long, do you feel the arms stretch out longer behind you? Are those legs active in your posture? Can you feel your back body strengthening to hold you up? Lightness with breath, what is it for you? Once you finish your 8th round of breath work, heels or toes up off the mat, and in your time, again as slow as you can, roll that back down, tailbone tucked under, make sure the buttocks come down last. Really feel your back as it presses back into the mat once you come down. Once you're all the way down, bring your knees to the chest, wrap the arms around the legs, hug them in, rock the body side to side, massage, mobilize. Come back to a still point when you're ready, and just gently hugging these knees in. Relax shoulders, tuck chin. So passive lengthening around the glutes, the lower back. Do you feel it press into the yoga mat? And then exhale, squeeze the knees to the chest. Press them in as actively as you can. Inhale, roll up forehead to your legs. Keep breathing, rolling into a tight ball. Feel the knees want to push away, the arms won't let them, hold them in close. So arms and legs resisting each other. And then one hand to each knee or shin, let the knees move away as if you're going to roll up but not. And then just let go and lift the feet to knee height. Forehead to knees, keep trying to touch forehead to the front knees. Keep lifting the back off the mat, shortening your front body. And then grab the legs, bring the knees back into the chest as you lower the head. Let the head rock side to side. Mobilize your neck. So just nice and gentle. If one side's particularly tight, then just hold on to it. Or keep moving side to side. And then when you're ready, let the feet drop to the mat, the head centers. Heel and toe the feet out to the edge of the yoga mat. Drop your knees into touch. Maybe the little toe side of the feet will come up off the mat. Knees dropping in. If there's any pulling around the knees or hips, bring the feet closer. Just allow that internal rotation for a moment. Exhale fully, let the knees come out to be hip distance. Adjust the feet so you can take an easy twist wherever it feels right for you. Arms wide to the side at shoulder height. Inhale. As you exhale, knees to the right, face to the left. Press the sides of the feet. Tuck the tailbone. Working this left side of the back longer. Left ribs back towards the mat. The chest, the shoulder, the arm and the hand. If you wish to, put the right foot on top of that left thigh, anchoring it a little more deeply. If that just creates pinching at your lower back, then simply take the right foot off. So notice the feeling, stretching, or if it's a pulling, release it off. Keep breathing up through this left side body opening. Exhale, let the right foot release off. Inhale up to center with the knees and face. And then exhale, knees left, face right. So again, tuck the tailbone, this time lengthening the right side lower back. Work the right shoulder, chest, arm and hand. And if you wish to, left foot on top of the right thigh, creating that extra weight, anchoring the leg down. But again, notice if it's just pinching or pulling at the lower back, sacroiliac, then the foot goes off. It's too much of a weight. Breathe into this feeling, wherever it is for you. So the breath up the right side, chest on this side. And then let that left foot slide away. Come all the way back up to center. Bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms, and really feel how that lower back flattens into the mat. Knees squeeze to the chest and focus on pressing your entire back body into the yoga mat. So press the buttocks, tailbone long. Press the back down as firmly as you can. Chin tucks down. And really feel that engagement, back body pressing. One more exhalation, squeeze the knees to the chest, hold the breath out for as long as you can. When you are ready to breathe in, release the arms, roll to your right, come up onto hands and knees into your 4-point position. On your inhales, the dipping of the spine, looking up. Exhales, tuck the tailbone, roll the spine, look into your navel. Keep moving, your timing. Each movement starts from the tailbone, journey along your spine. Keep shoulders above hips. Shoulders above hips, shoulders above wrists, hips above knees. Oh dear. Keep mobilizing that spine. Then the next time you're looking at your navel, stay there. So once you're back to look at the navel, push those hands down through the mat. Fingertips, middle knuckle, back of hand. Are they pressing evenly? Then press the knees until you're dragging your knees forward to your hands. Shoulders broader, chin in deeper. Keep breathing. And then exhale, take the buttocks all the way back to the heels. Stretch back long. Let elbows drop, forehead drop. Bring the arms back beside the feet if you wish to, resting in your child pose. Tailbone tucks under, chin tucks in and out. Can the shoulders go broad around those legs? And then press the shins down, firm the lower belly. Roll the back up, vertebra by vertebra. Really be aware of your back as it rounds up, chin tucked in. The head will come up last. Soon as you're there, let the arms float up. Inhale, reach up, look up. Hands forward onto the mat, shoulder distance, and slide them long. Lift the head and chest and then glide through. Push down to arch up, cobra up dog, open up. And then bend the arms a fraction and bring the chest a little more forward. Can you seal the shoulders back? And then lower all the way down and lift both legs off the mat, Shalabhasana. Now lift chest and legs to the same height. Seal the shoulders back. Make sure the chin's not jutting, neck is long. Strengthening through your back body. Lower the legs down, arch up all the way, cobra up dog. And then roll or step over the feet into your down dog and take the buttocks up. Walk the legs out on the spot if you need to, bend and straighten, or if you'd like to. Hips side to side, shoulders, neck mobilize. Or be completely still, however that feels for you this morning. Some slow, steady breaths in and out. Can you lengthen your breaths, make them a little slower and deeper than your natural rhythm? And then breathe into whatever you're feeling. Conscious breaths into whatever you're feeling. Is it a tightness? Is it an imbalance? Is it a weakness? Any sensation, what grabs your focus, conscious breaths there. Exhale fully, come down onto your knees, dip the spine, looking up. Take the right leg up once you do. Bend the knee and put the right knee on the back of the left calf and press through it down through to that left Achilles, and then just pressing through the back of that left calf and Achilles. If there's a tight spot, press into it. Otherwise, just keep moving up and down. What does it feel like for you this morning? And then take the leg up again, dip the spine, look up. Swing the leg across to your left, put it on the mat and slide it away. Stretching that left buttock and hip out long. Right leg out diagonally behind you. Tuck the back toes, lift off the back knee and push out actively. Find the stretch. And then exhale, we're going to push off. Keep the leg lifted out behind you, parallel to the floor. Put the left hand up on the abdominal wall and feel that it's lifted, that the hips are balanced. Lower ribs held in and up. You don't want to be dropping. It's not a back bend, neutral spine. Left arm out in front of you long. And then feel the right heel push out long, left fingertip stretch. Press down through right hand, left knee, left foot. Exhale the left hand down, roll the right hip up, right arm up to a kneeling side plank. Can you balance? Focusing and breathing. Look up if you've got the balance point. Ribs in. And then exhale, right hand down, bring the right knee down. Dip the spine, inhale, look up. Take the left leg up, lift it high. Bend the knee and put the knee on the back of the right calf, Achilles, and press up and down through the back of the right leg. Notice if there's a tight spot anywhere and hold into it if you find one. Or keep pressing up and down through the back of that right leg. Using that left knee. And then dip the spine again, lift the leg up, swing it over to your right, slide it out long. Stretching out this right buttock and hip. Tuck the back toes, lift off the back knee, active stay there, push it out. And then exhale fully, push off, lift the leg up behind you, parallel to the floor, flex the foot. Put the right hand up on the abdominal wall, feel that it's lifted. Hips are balanced, you're not swiveling the pelvis because the leg is lifted. Feel higher up and feel the lower ribs are lifted, that you're not dropping through your middle back. Then right arm out in front of you long. And then left heel push away, right fingertips long. Keep breathing. Press the left hand, right knee and right foot down. And then exhale, right hand down, roll the left side up, left arm up, kneeling side plank. Can we look up to that left hand and balance? So those ribs held in, finding your balance point. And then exhale, the hand down, the knee down. Dip the spine, looking up. Buttocks all the way back to the heels, stretch back. Soon as you're there, drag the arms in, round your back up, vertebra by vertebra. Chin tucked all the way, head will come up last. Continue the flow, wide arms and up, reach up, stretch up. Hands forward to the mat, slide them out long. Glide it through, cobra up dog, push down to arch up. Bring the chest through, open up. Again, bend the arms slightly, project the chest longer, shoulders further back. And then lower the chest down, lift both legs off the mat, Shalabhasana. Keep lifting chest and legs to same height, strengthening your back body. Then lower the legs down, arch up again, open up. Downward facing dog, tuck or roll, take the buttocks up. Again, unlock the knees, walk it out on the spot. Hips side to side, shoulders, neck, whatever you need to do. Mobilize it open. If there's a tight spot, hold into it. And then when you're ready, just find the stillness and the steadiness. Come back to being centered. Again, lengthen the breaths. A little slower, a little deeper than your natural rhythm. And then notice these feelings, conscious breaths. What do you notice? Breathe into those feelings. Next inhale, right leg goes up. Keep the hips balanced. Bring the knee to the nose, shoulders above the wrist, round the upper back, make it strong. Then step the right foot down, left knee down. Inhale, the arms come up, reaching up. Hands onto your hips as you exhale and balance off. Push back from your right foot, left knee, left thigh, drag through. Really keep those hips balanced. Gazing up if it's easy on the neck. And then bring the hands around the back of the hips and press them down. As you press down, then squeeze the shoulder heads back, arch the upper chest, and look up if you could. So you're not falling out through your middle back, you're not collapsing. You're letting the hips come down and long, you're squeezing the shoulder heads back, and lift the upper chest. Keep breathing. Take the arms up, reach up and touch. Down behind the back for an easy clasp, and then pull the arms along and back as much as you can. Again, not falling through your middle back, not collapsing in the lower back. Head wherever you're comfortable to have your neck. And then inhale, the arms float up, reach up. Hands come down, step forward, front of mat. Feet hip distance. Extend your spine, bend the legs a little if there's no dip in the lower back or chest higher. Then lower your body onto the legs. Give yourself a moment. Palms turn up. Head heavy, arms and shoulders. Let yourself surrender. Legs bent, ribs on thighs as close as you can get. Then push down into those feet. Wide arms come up to stand. Touch, clasp the hands, turn up. Arch your chest up and stretch. Careful of lower back and neck as you stretch your front body. Exhale, wide arms to the mat, backs of hands beside the feet. Again, give yourself a moment, surrender. Head heavy, shoulders let them go heavy. Press into the feet, activate the legs and try and stretch the buttocks higher. Inhale, lift the spine, extend the sternum. Hands flat to the mat, step or jump out to your plank. Chaturanga as soon as you're there, chest hovers off the mat. Cobra up dog, lift through, open up. Downward facing dog, take your buttocks up, stretch back long. Left leg up, straight up, keep your hips balanced. Knee to nose, shoulders above wrist, round your upper back. Nice and strong, and then step left foot down, right knee down and point. The arms come up, reaching up. Hands under the hips, exhale, balance off. Push back from left foot, right thigh hip, bring it through. Make sure the hips pelvis is balanced. And then hands around the back of the hips and press down. Squeeze the shoulder heads back, arch the upper chest, and look up to where you can. Keep breathing. Again, make sure you're not falling out in your lower middle back. Then take the arms up, reach up. Hands down behind your back. Unnatural clasp, so other little finger outer edge, and pull the arms back. Keep breathing into this feeling. Again, put the head wherever the neck is comfortable to be. Remember, looking up will also work the nervous system, so if you're feeling tired, look forward or down. Inhale, let the arms float up, reach up and stretch, all the way to the mat. Exhale and step forward, push away from the back foot, feet hip distance. Hold the elbows and hang down in your forward bend. Unlock the knees, ribs on thighs. Give yourself a moment. You can start to bend and straighten the legs, swing the body around the legs, mobilize, or be completely still, however that feels for you this morning. And when you're ready, let the legs and body center, torso centers to the legs, soften. Let the arms drop. Sweep wide, come all the way up to stand. Unnatural clasp, so other little finger outer edge. Turn the palms up, arch up. Again, we stretch the front body, careful of neck and lower back, don't overdo it. And then bring your body back to neutral, and now notice the difference. The ribs are in, the tailbone is neutral, not pushed forward. Head centered. And then tuck the chin and look down the tip of nose. Lift both heels off the mat and balance. 3 breaths. Third exhale for you, the heels come down. Wide arms to the mat. Let backs of hands drop to the mat. Again, bend the legs, ribs on thighs. Let your body surrender. Inhale, lift the head and chest, extend the spine. Hands flat to the mat, and then step or jump to your plank. And as soon as you're ready, chaturanga. Knees down if you need to. Inhale, cobra up dog. Arch through, open up. Downward facing dog. Take your buttocks up and stretch back long. Just take the time here in this down dog. Slow your breaths. Center in, and give yourself the time to breathe here. If you need to rest, come onto the knees. Go to child pose for a rest if you need, or hold a little longer. You feel a strengthening through the body as you hold up. A lengthening. Where do you feel your body? Has it changed? Last exhale for you. Come down onto your knees. Gentle dip of the spine, look up. Big toes touch, knees to the edge of the yoga mat. Take the buttocks all the way back to the heels. Let chest and chin or chest and forehead drop to the mat. Surrender into where you can. So feel extension out through the tailbone. Try and let it lengthen away. Try and let the chest drop through to the mat. Sore knees or hips, be gentle around the joints. Pinching the shoulders, elbows further back, wider. And then exhale fully. Head and chest up, inhale. Hands across to your right, left hand over or left arm longer. Push back, feel that left buttock stay back on the heel. Left side wider, shoulder down away from the ear. Keep breathing. Exhale fully. Head and chest up, inhale, second side. Hands across to your left. Right hand over or right hand longer. Make sure that right buttock stays back on the heel. Ribs wide, shoulder down away from the ear. Seal it back. Exhale fully, lift the navel, head and chest up, inhale. Come back to center, slide it out long. Buttocks to heels, the knees any wider, buttocks back any closer. Waist any longer, spine any longer. What do you feel? Chest any deeper, chin any further forward or forehead down. Feel as there a lengthening. Now if you've got the mobility, be careful with this one. Could you start to bring the hips, the buttocks off the heels, slide the arms further forward. It's like a ski slope, the back. Can you get chest and chin into the mat and feel as there that drop, that surrendering, not forcing it. Just the pelvis lifted off the heels if it's easy enough. And then just slide it back onto the heels. And once you do, we're rounding the back to come up. Drag the arms in, round the back up, vertebra by vertebra, chin tucked, back of neck long. Come all the way up to be kneeling at the back of the mat. Sore legs, readjust them, come up high kneeling if you need to. And once you're upright, roll those shoulders. Inhale, upward motion. Exhale, downward motion. If you wish to move more of the body with it as well, do so. Mobilize. Opposite direction in your time. Inhale the upward motion. Exhale, downward motion. Shoulders or also the body, however that feels for you this morning. And then last exhale for you, let the shoulders drop. Readjust the legs back in to be together, sitting back on heels or high kneeling, however that works for you. Be still. Be aware of your back. Close the eyes if it helps so we feel our back. We see our front, but we feel our back. What does it feel like? Do you need to make a subtle adjustments through the curvature? Neutral, overextended or slumped? Keep scanning as you feel through your back. Are the curves balanced? Is it balanced? Right to left side of it? What are you aware of in your back? Just a few more breaths, feeling it, noticing it. Are the shoulders balanced above hips? If you're jutting the chin or really hanging the head, is the neck balanced? A little bit of a tuck of the chin, engaging Jalandhara Bandha. You'll feel subtly the muscles switch on through the back of the neck, supporting the weight of that head. Keep breathing. And then exhale fully, open the eyes. Wide arms sweep up. Look up if it's easy on the neck. Hands forward onto the mat, shoulder distance. Glide through, cobra up dog. Push down to arch up, shoulder heads roll back. Again, lower the body down, arms and legs off the mat this time. Hands back behind you. Chest lifted, legs lifted. If you're really mobile and it's easy enough to bend back and reach for the ankles, do so. We're just holding a couple more moments. If it's difficult, just keep it straight armed and straight legged. And then we're back to plank, so release it off, push up to plank, straighten knees, and then to your down dog. Take your buttocks up and stretch back long. Right leg's coming up, roll your hip up, ribs up, twist up, look up under your right underarm. Right leg up as high as you can to the ceiling. Can you open it up, twist it up? Now bend that top knee, keep lifting it high. Look up under that underarm, stretch that right side up. Bring the knee to the nose, stack your shoulders above your wrist, round your upper back, make it strong. Step the right foot down, high lunge, push away from the feet, come all the way up. Touch the hands together, bring them down onto your hips and balance off. Come into those legs if you can come a little deeper. Not so you're collapsing on this right hip. Make it strong and stable and balanced. Clasp the hands behind the back, pull the shoulder heads back, arms off the back as much as you can, and just straighten up through the legs. Inhale and exhale, bend the front leg. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, bend. Bend the back knee as if you're going to put it on the yoga mat, but not. Tuck the tailbone. Press away from the feet. Is it strong? Notice how it feels. Looking up if it's easy, forward or down. Tailbone tucked, arms pull away, shoulder heads back. Now straighten the back leg up, take the arms up, reach. Clasp the hands, extend the index finger. Come back into that lunge on that right leg. Now try and squeeze the arms on the side of the head, behind the ears, tuck the chin. And lean your upper body forward over the front thigh, not collapsed on the legs, so stay high. Now if you're not used to the transition or you're fatiguing, arms go wide. If there's a back issue, arms go wide, or hands on the mat. If you've got the strength, simply push off, bring that left leg up behind you and hold into warrior three. Clasp hands in front if you can keep it there, and it's nice and strong. Can you take 3 more breaths this morning? Third breath, bend the right leg, push into it, use that strength, come all the way up to stand and left foot comes down. Hands drop onto the hips, bend the legs and sit into Utkatasana. Hands on the hips, are they balanced? Take the arms back up to the ceiling and then bring the right ankle over the left thigh. And sit down in those legs again this morning. Keep breathing. So stretching out around this right hip and glute as you bring the arms along. Sit the buttocks back. Now come all the way up to stand. Bring the right knee up in front. Step it out to your high lunge. Staying on this left leg. Keep breathing. And then exhale, hands to the mat, 3-legged dog. Left leg up in the air behind you for your 3-legged dog. Keep the hips balanced. So you're either coming to plank and right knee down, or dive the chest down through the hands and arch through to cobra up dog. Down dog, take the buttocks up and stretch back long. Unlock knees and unlock elbows, breathing into your stretch. Downward facing dog, center and lengthen. Inhale, left leg's going up. Roll the hip up, ribs up, twist up. Bend that top knee and lift that left leg as high as you can. Keep breathing into the feeling. And then exhale, we're bringing the knee to the nose, round the upper back, chin in, make it strong. And then step that left foot down, high lunge, arms come up, reach up, touch the hands, bring them down onto your hips and balance the pelvis as much as you can. Coming into that lunge on that left leg, clasp the hands behind the back, straighten the leg up, inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, bend. Straighten the leg, exhale, bend. Pause for a moment, then bend the back knee as if you're putting it to the yoga mat but not. Tuck the tailbone. Arms pulled back, shoulder heads back, not dropping through that middle body. Make sure it's strong. Start to straighten the back leg out. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Clasp the hands, unnatural clasp, and extend the index finger long. Try and squeeze the arms behind the ears on the side of the head. Lunging on that left leg, try not to pop out of it. Lean your body forward over this left leg, strong on this left leg. So again, any back issues, tired, arms go wide, or if you're not used to it, hands to the floor. Push off, bring that back leg up behind you, and you're in warrior three. Strong and steady to wherever you can this morning. We've got 3 more breaths. Third breath, you've got to bend that left leg, push into the foot, use that strength to come all the way up to stand. Right foot comes down, hands onto the hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit into those legs. If you're going to Utkatasana, bring the left ankle over the right thigh and sit into those legs. Arms up beside the ears and feel this left glute getting the stretch. Keep breathing, find your balance point. And then inhale, come all the way up, bring that left leg in front, step it out into your high lunge, find your balance. A slow, steady breath in. Exhale, hands down. 3-legged dog, right leg goes up behind you to your 3-legged dog. So if you've got the strength and the ability, just dive the chest straight down through to Cobra Up Dog. Plank it or put the left knee down and glide it through. Inhale. Down dog as you exhale, take the buttocks up. Now have a rest in your downward facing dog. Keep breathing. Notice how it feels after working through those legs. Energizing, strengthening. Keep breathing. Slow the breaths, lengthening and deepening. Last exhale for you, come down onto the knees. Dip the spine, looking up. Take the buttocks all the way back to the heels. Arms around beside the feet, palms turn up. Surrender into your child pose. If the forehead doesn't reach the mat, then stack the hands. And give yourself this moment. Palms turn up, shoulders broad, chin tucks in and up. And keep breathing. Press down through the shins, firm the belly. Roll that back up, vertebra by vertebra. Chin tucked all the way. Once you lift the head to neutral, then tuck the chin in again and just roll your back all the way down to where you just came from. Notice what it feels like. Surrendering back into your child pose. Is it different? Once you come back down, cup your heels, pull against the arms, pull your buttocks up into the air, crown of head on the yoga mat. So just pulling against the arms. If you can't hold the heels, go up around the shins and stay higher. If that's even difficult, just grab around the backs of the thighs and pull higher. So we're rounding, broadening. For those of you comfortable, we're not lifting to 3-point here. We're just pressing the head into the yoga mat a little. If you're easy in it, just this little bit of strength work. If you're worried about your neck, lift your head off the mat. Keep breathing, stretching shoulders, broadening, spine long, notice your back. Exhale, just let the buttocks come back to the heels or as deep as you can. Let go of the heels, legs, wherever you are at. And then roll up again, nice and slow, being aware of your back. Back body awareness as we roll up, chin tucked in, all the way up to kneeling at the back end of the mat. Keep the eyes closed, keep your focus inward. And again, just notice through your back body, what's the feeling? Make subtle adjustments along it if you feel you need to. exhale fully, open the eyes. Can you keep your spine neutral as you just come all the way up to high kneeling? Feel the legs switch on. Doesn't matter which leg, as long as you'll see the screen. Step one foot out in front of you. Tuck the toes, lift off the back leg and turn out to a wide leg forward fold. Hands on hips. Inhale, lift your spine and fold down through your wide leg forward bend. Heels to toes, is there balance on the feet? Inner outer edges of feet balanced. From the heels to the hips up through the legs, is there balance? Hips to shoulders. Let the head go long, surrender into this wide leg forward fold. Close the eyes if you feel comfortable in it. What's the feeling? Surrendering down and in. Then push down through the feet. Wide arms come up to stand. Take the arms up to the ceiling. Once you get high, sweep up. Bring them down to shoulder height. Turn your right foot out for Trikonasana. Inhale. As you exhale, reach to your right leg, ankle, foot, big toe bind if you get there. Look up to the top hand if the neck is easy. Look forward or down, your choice. Feet, are they pressing evenly, inner, outer edges? Legs active, not locked out. Spine long, arms long. Keep breathing. And then top arm long beside the ear, stretch it. And then sweep it down. Inhale, push away to come up. Turn your feet to the left. Once you do, reach long to your left leg, ankle, foot, big toe bind if you get there, and find your stretch. Foundations active, start at your feet. Are they balanced? So not falling out on that front left foot. Legs working, spine lengthening, looking up, forward or down, bending your neck. And find your breath. Breathing and feeling through your posture. Last exhale for you. Bring the top arm long beside the ear, stretch it, and then sweep it down. Come away, inhale, turn all the way to your front foot, twisted Trikonasana. Move that left foot wider, left arm long, stretch it, reach it down, right arm up and twist. Look up to that top hand as best you can. Push away from those foundations. If your lower back's rolling into flexion, bend your front leg more. Come up higher on fingertips or use a block if you've got one handy. And rotate the chest up, the face up if you can. Arm in line with shoulder, not cranking it back behind you. It's the chest, the body you need to mobilize, not forcing the shoulder. Couple more breaths. Foundations active. Last exhale, look down. Push from the feet, come all the way up. Turn to the back end of the mat. Moving that right foot wider, right arm long. Reach long, reach down, left arm up and twist up, look up. Push away from your front left foot. Again, if you're rolling in flexion in the lower back, bend the leg more, come up on fingertips on the base hand. Use a block if you've got one handy. Pull the spine long. Keep breathing. Couple more breaths. Stabilize where you can. Then exhale, look down, push to come up. Come all the way back to your wide legs. Feet forward, hands on hips. Lift the spine. Fold down through those legs into your wide leg forward fold. Keep hands on hips again and notice the feeling. Any more length through those legs? What does it feel like? Come up parallel to the floor. Turn your right toes out to the diagonal and bend across to that leg. Keep hands on hips. Do they stay balanced? Then push away from that foot. Turn the toes forward. Left toes turn to the diagonal. Bend across into your left leg. Keep hands on hips. Are they balanced? Push away from that left foot. Turn all the way back to the right toes. Stay low, and if you can, pull those left toes up off the floor. Put the hands down, and can you sit down into the pelvis as deep as you can? Be careful around legs if you've got sore joints. Work it where you can. Left hand to right ankle, right arm up, and lean towards your straight leg if you can get there. If you're sore in the joints, just stay working the legs higher in the buttocks and legs if you prefer. Otherwise, if it's easy to get to the mat and find the stretch where you can. Take it where you can this morning, a couple more breaths. And then we're easing out of it. Can you use your legs? Push away, take it all the way over second side. Stay low and deep. Can the right toes come up when you come across? Make sure your left toes turned out to protect your knee. And if it's easy, sit the pelvis to the yoga mat. If that's easy, right hand to left ankle, left arm up, and lean to your straight leg, taking a hold if you get the foot and open up. If the joints won't allow you to be there, stay higher, just working in those hips and legs where you can. Always being careful around our joints. We're easing out. Again, use the strength where you can. Come back to your wide leg forward fold. Hold the back of the ankles and use some upper body strength to bring you down through those legs as much as you can get there. Use the arms to pull you through the legs this morning. Holding it here. Now for those of you easy in your 3-point headstand from here, you might need to move your feet back, use the arms, put the hands down on the mat, move the head further forward, heels lift up and wide legs and up into your 3-point headstand. Those of you that are doing it from the little side balance, come along onto the yoga mat, cup your heels and take the balance from this position where you've cupped the heels. Hands beside the knees, and maybe learning to strengthen up, folding through with the neck strengthening from there. Those of you not doing 3-point headstand, a couple more breaths, pulling through those legs. And then if you're with me in the 3-point position with your legs, lift your head and chest, put your left hand under the face and take your right arm up, twist. So those of you not in 3-point headstand, taking a twist now. Right hand down, left arm up, opposite side. Those of you coming out of your 3-point headstand, everyone releasing out and back into the wide leg forward fold. Palms turn up, head drops in, surrender completely. From there, push through the feet, wide arms, come all the way up to stand, reach up to the ceiling. Bring those arms down around behind your back, clasp them, pull them out long behind you. Bring the clasped hands to the right side waist. Tilt your head to the right and feel the stretch down your left side, neck, shoulder, arm. Inhale, the head centers, pull the arms back away from you. Second side, clasped hands to the left waist. Tilt the left ear down. Feel the stretch down that right side, neck, shoulder, arm. Bring the head back to center, bring the arms back long behind you. Open the chest up, arch up, And then we're folding down through our wide leg forward fold. Tuck your chin in and bring your body down through those legs as deep as you can. Let gravity get those arms. Get the shoulder heads back as much as you can. Lift a little higher, head and chest, turn out to your right, pull the arms across to the left. Inhale, center, second side, look left, arms pull to the right. Come back to center and come down through those legs as deep as you're comfortable to do. Press down through the feet, use your legs, inhale, come all the way up to stand. Let go of the hands, just let the arms drop, shoulders drop. Be completely still. Close the eyes and stand tall. Exhale fully, open the eyes, turn to your left foot. Once you do, just lift the right foot up around behind you and be on the ball of your right foot. Take your right arm back behind you. Push off and lift the right foot up into the hand. So you've got the right big toe side of the foot and the right hand holding big toe side if possible. If you're wobbly, go to the wall or a piece of furniture. Knees in close, we're coming into Natrasana. Left arm out in front of you, thumb and first finger touch. Inhale. As you exhale, pivot from your hip. Kick the right foot up behind you, left arm out in front. Now bring the outer edge of your right hip forward and down as you arch your chest up. Focus out in front of you, wherever you can. Think about bringing the right foot up towards your head behind you. Look forward in front of you if possible, as if you could see yourself in a mirror and the foot up behind your head. Come all the way up to stand. Knees in close, hands on hips, bring that right leg in front, extend the legs, step it out in front of you for a moment, or lift it, I should say, sorry. Step the right foot back out behind you. And then once you do, turn forward on your mat again, and now turn to your right foot. Bring the left ball of foot up and take the left arm out behind you. Push off, bring that left foot up and reach to take big toe side of the foot. Natrasana, can the right arm come out in front? Thumb and first finger touch. Inhale, and as you exhale, pivot from the hips. Can that left leg kick up behind you? Bring the outer edge of your left hip forward and down. Arch the chest up, open arm. Again, can you think about the foot coming up behind the back of the head? If you're looking straight into a mirror, see the foot up behind the back of your head. Come all the way back up, knees together, hand up. Hands onto the hips, bring that left leg in front, flex the foot. Step it out behind you where it was and turn back to the wide edge of your mat and fold down through your wide leg forward bend. Feet balanced, hands on hips balanced. Give yourself a moment. Surrendering down into this wide leg forward fold. Toes to heels is their balance. Hands on hips is their balance. Hips to shoulders, head centering. And then inhale, come up parallel to the floor. Transition to your down dog, hands to the front of the mat and step the leg back. Slow your breaths in your down dog. Is there length? Is there stretch? What do you feel? Exhale fully, come down onto your knees. Come through to sit best way you can. Just into a long diamond shape with the legs when you're ready. Soles of feet together, let your knees drop away. Let your body roll in, crown of head towards your feet, and surrender into your forward roll. Softening, releasing, letting go. So if you've come forward and there's pulling out around the sacroiliac joints, just come up. Don't go so deep. Try and get more stretch through the entire length of your spine. If it's your neck you need to protect, tuck the chin in and up more, or stack the hands and rest your forehead. And exhale fully, firm the belly. Roll the back up, nice and slow. Start to hold around shins or knees as you come up taller and pull against the arms so there's some resistance, letting the head come up to neutral. Once you're sitting tall, tilt the right ear down. Feel the left side lengthening. Inhale, center the head, second side. Left ear down, right ear out. So again, feel the stretch. Make sure you're not jamming down. Inhale, the head centers. Turn the face to the right, bring the arms around to the right, and look around behind your right shoulder. Then exhale, squeeze the last breath out. Inhale, face forward. Second side, sweep all the way around to your left. Bring the shoulder, chest, body around. Inhale, face forward, center the body. Pick the legs up, slide them long. Once you do, take your arms up, bend the legs if you're falling out in your lower back. Reach forward for your legs, ankles, feet, and let your body surrender onto your legs. Ribs on thighs as close as you can be. Try and keep your shoulders back. Lift your spine, neck long. Try not to hang the head or jut the chin. Feeling these alignments, are we balanced? And then exhale, let the body slump again. Let the palms turn up, let the feet drop, let the back roll, and let the chin tuck in. Notice the feeling, that sense of slumping through the body. How does it feel for you this morning? So if it's too intense, roll up and down a few times. Then press down through the heels. Exhale, firm the lower belly. Roll up on your inhale as slow as you can, vertebra by vertebra. Make sure there's plenty of mat behind you. Continue the roll down. If you've got a sore back, bend the legs or hold. Support yourself if you need to, and roll the body down. Take a moment, Shavasana. Be completely still as soon as you're there. Palms turn up, feet drop away. Notice the feelings through the body. If you roll down from the hips to the shoulders, try not to adjust that area. That'll be in alignment. Even if it feels different, notice those feelings. Bring a slow, steady breath all the way up through the body. A slow breath out, push out through the heels and feel the front body flatten into the back body. Then bend both legs up, feet on the mat. Again, ideally in line with the hips to the knees, down the shins to the feet. Hands pressed down on the yoga mat beside you. Press down and roll up, roll the hips up, inhale. Lift heels or toes and breathe out, roll down. Feel massaging the back as you press it back down into the mat. Feet flat again, press down, roll up on your inhale. Again, heels and toes, all toes up and roll down as you exhale. So you may prefer to stay here this morning, rolling up and down. If it's easy, roll up, and on this next one, lift your heels or toes, clasp your hands in under the back, rock from shoulder to shoulder, getting the shoulder blades in close under you, and then drop heels or toes again. So holding up into the back bend if you wish to, or keep rolling up and down. If clasped hands under the back feels easy, hands in under the buttocks and hips and giving yourself that little bit more height, noticing how that might feel for you this morning. So again, we want to get those shoulders down the back and it'll pop the chest up towards the chin. Chin tucks back of neck long. Now if you're used to full back bend, by all means, bring the hands out, flip the hands over so the fingers point down to the shoulders. Press down and arch up into your full back bend to where you can this morning. Being careful with lower back. If there's pinching, try and lengthen through areas that might feel pinched by either bending the knees or tucking a little more. Open as much as you feel you can this morning. Keep breathing into wherever you've come to. So for those of you in full back bend, make sure you tuck your chin and roll down. Those of you with hands under the back, take the hands wide, roll the shoulders out broad, lift the heels and roll back down. Wherever you've come from, knees to the chest, wrap the arms around the legs and hug them in. Give yourself a moment completely still. Rock the body when you're ready to. Notice how you feel. Find a stillness when you're ready. Exhale, squeeze the knees to the chest. Roll up forehead to legs and roll into a tight ball. Arms and legs resist, the knees want to push away, don't let them. Arms hold them in. And then when you're ready, hands to the shins, let the knees move away. Roll yourself up but not, let go and stay there. Knees stacked above hips, arms long, shortening that front body, stabilizing after the back bend. Grab the legs, bring the knees back into the chest, lower the head down. Let your head rock side to side, mobilize your neck. Those of you inverting into shoulder stand from here, you're welcome to invert. Those that are doing a twist with me, feet drop to the mat. Take the arms wide to the side. Lift your buttocks and move your hips across to the left and put them down. Take your right leg out along the yoga mat. Left knee to your chest, opposite hand to knee. Breathe in. As you exhale, let this left knee go to the right. Turn and look to your left hand. Now be careful with the twist. You can press this left foot in behind the right thigh as a stabilizer. Tuck the tailbone, front ribs down and in. If it's easy, this left foot can just go all the way over and the knee coming down. Then resistance work. This left knee wants to come back to the left, the right hand won't let it. Soften. Inhale, resist. Exhale, soften. A couple more. Last exhale for you, soften completely. When you're ready to release out, roll all the way the back to the mat. Arms wide, bend the right leg in. Lift the hips up and bring them over to your right. Take the left leg out along the yoga mat. Right knee to the chest, opposite hand to knee. Inhale. As we exhale, we're rolling to the left, look to the right hand. So on this side, the right foot, you might want to press against the back of the left leg as a stabilizer, or just let the knee come all the way over, the foot all the way over. Left hand on that right thigh above the knee. Now resisting, the right leg wants to come back, the left hand won't let it. Exhale, soften. Resist, knee wants to come back to the right, the left hand won't let it. Exhale, soften. A couple more. Soften completely. And when you're ready, come all the way back, rolling the back to the mat. Bend the legs up. Bring the hips down in line with the rest of your back. Bring your knees into the chest once more. Wrap the arms around the legs. Hug them in. Squeeze them into the chest. Press down. And then press your back into the yoga mat. Press your back down as actively as you can. Tuck your chin down. Exhale fully. Roll up forehead to the legs and roll into that ball again. Arms and legs resisting each other. Lower the head down. Get ready for relaxation. Let the legs come out. Let them drop out long. Turn the palms up. If you're cool, place an extra layer over the body. Surrender into Shavasana. Those of you that have inverted in your shoulder stand, counter posing, easing out in your time. Everyone resting to the mat, balancing, surrendering, letting go. Completely soften. Bring your awareness into your back body and let it completely soften. Surrendering onto the yoga mat. Can you let yourself just be here? Nothing more to do than surrender and let go. Noticing any parts of the body, grabbing your attention. Can you soften into them? Can you let go? So noticing that this morning, the part of the body that grabs your attention mostly, can you take your awareness there and just consciously breathing in and out of that point, wherever it is that grabs your attention mostly. Breathe in and out of that one feeling. And notice as you keep your attention there, does it change? And if the sensation disappears altogether, then find somewhere else, the next part in the body that grabs your attention, and conscious breaths in and out of that area. And stay with that area. If it disappears, then find another area to focus on. If you have nowhere in the body that grabs your attention specifically, bring the awareness to the soles of your feet. And as if you're breathing through the soles of your feet, breathe up through the body as far as you can get. Breathe out through the soles of your feet. Otherwise, we're holding into those points that grab our attention, and we just consciously breathe in and out of them. Notice that feeling for you this morning. has wandered, bring it back. Breathing into those feelings through your body. If the mind has wandered, can you bring it back to breath? Can you start to gradually lengthen and deepen your breaths? As the breaths deepen, start to rub thumbs and fingers, wriggle toes. Opening, closing hands and flexing feet back and forth. Circling joints, ankles and wrists, full rotations. Opposite direction in your time. Stretch the arms up and over, reach out long. And sigh and soften. Twice more stretching on the inhale. Sigh and soften with the exhale. Last stretch for you, and then bend the legs up, roll to your right. Give yourself a moment there. Come up to sit when you're ready. Easy cross legs once you do come up. If you are falling out on your back, put a cushion under the hips, roll the mat up, whatever you need to do. Come up and sit tall. Once you're there, be aware of your back as you sit. So again, if you're really falling out in that lower back, prop the hips up. Try to keep our spine lengthening and extension rather than falling away. If you feel the chest dropping into the diaphragm, again, try and prop the hips, lift the spine. And then we're doing Hakini Mudra. So fingertips and thumb tips touch as if you've got like a baseball mitt on each hand. Bring the fingertips and thumb tips to touch. Keep a spaciousness between the hands and let the fingers just rest in front of the navel region. Shoulders relax. Imagine the elbows are heavy, so the arms heavy, relax. Tuck the chin in, so we've got that little bit of Jalandhara Bandha, not forcing. And then breathe gently, slow and deep to where you can. So it's a brain and body balancer. It's said to balance the lower 6 chakras through the energy system, helps relieve stress, brings this brain-body connection in. Notice how you feel as you sit. Notice any energies you feel. Next inhale, let the arms sweep wide and up. Connect the hands together and touch to the forehead. As we move through life with thoughtfulness. Touch the hands to the lips. As we move through life, we have kind words. Bring the hands to the heart. As we move through life, we have compassion and we have kindness. Namaste. Fold your body, surrender forward. Be still or rock it out, however you wish to finish. Surrendering. And then when you're ready, rolling up and finishing in your time.